This video is a short demo of our new MuJoCo plugin for Unity. Our first demo will be a simple scene of just a sphere rolling on a plane. We'll add a plane geom. We'll add some visualization for this plane. And we'll make the plane a little bit bigger. Let's add a sphere to the scene. We'll convert the sphere from a physics collider to a MuJoCo collider. We'll also convert the geom to a free object. So you can see that we have now added a free joint sibling to the sphere. Let's lift the sphere above the ground. And we'll tilt the plane a little bit. And we'll hit play. Now, let's suppose that our physics is misbehaving. One obvious solution would be to decrease the time step size here. And in this case, since the scene is pretty simple, it's not going to make any difference. But another option would be to add this settings component. And what this allows us to do is to change the integrator choice from the default Euler integrator to the fourth order Runge-Kutta integrator. And usually that will allow us to run the physics at a larger time step while maintaining stability. For our next demo, we'll be importing a humanoid model into our Unity scene. And you can see that the model is bringing with it a number of geoms and cameras, like this ground plane here. And if we press play right now, we'll actually get a rendering from one of these bundled cameras. So for this demo, let's go ahead and remove these cameras. And we'll also be removing the egocentric camera that's attached to the head of the humanoid. And now, if we hit play again, we'll see a rendering from Unity's default camera view. We can also drag this humanoid around, and what's actually happening here is that we are applying a spring force within MuJoCo. We can also use the shift key to change the plane on which we are applying this force. So we can move this humanoid along a plane that is parallel to the ground, or the plane that is perpendicular to the ground. For our next demo, we'll be turning the humanoid into a Unity prefab. I can go into the prefab and add an actuator component to it. We'll add an actuation noise to this prefab that will inject noise to all of the actuator control signal. And now we can see that if we hit play, the humanoid will be wiggling on the ground. Now let's add another component to the scene. And this component will be instantiating our humanoid prefab into the scene. And this is nothing MuJoCo specific, this is just a Unity construct. And if we set this time interval to 2 seconds, and now you'll see that every 2 seconds, a new humanoid will be spawned into the scene.